Hi, having a great day. You're watching JG Entertainment, and for this video, I'm here ranking all the Peacemaker characters from worst to best, or the main characters of Peacemaker from worst to best of Season 1. Technically right now that's only one season, but in the future there's going to be multiple seasons, so for Season 1. So yeah, I'm ranking them from worst to best, and it's going to be a spoiler discussion for this Season 1 of Peacemaker, so if you haven't seen the show, then please leave the video. I don't want to spoil anything, unless you don't care for spoilers, but I don't want to spoil anything, so please just leave the video, and then come back once you've seen the show, because it's actually a really, really good show. So yeah, I can't talk about it, ranking the characters and everything. It was definitely very hard at some points, but I think I got a pretty good list. So yeah, without any more to do, let's get started. Just before I get started, just make sure to leave a like if you end up enjoying the video. It will be very, very helpful. As well, subscribe for a lot of other content on movies and TV shows like you're seeing in this video right here. And lastly, make sure to comment down below with your own ranking of the characters of Peacemaker from worst to best. I'm definitely curious. I especially want to hear your favorite character of Peacemaker, because I know it's going to be very, very controversial. So tell me that down in the comments. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, so starting off at number 9, I put Judo Master. And Judo Master is a character that I actually kind of enjoyed a little bit. Like, he was eating the hot Cheetos, his fight scenes were really cool. So he was like a pretty cool character. However, I think he was in the show for way too much. Like, I was fine with him for like maybe one episode or 2 episodes, but after that, I think they just like overstayed his welcome. He kept coming back, and he became this really annoying character to deal with. Like, really, really annoying. I was like, I don't really care about him. Like, I just want to get him over with. So yeah, even in the finale, whenever he started crying after seeing the butterflies die, I was like, okay, dude, I guess. Like, I don't know, I just didn't really connect with him as a character, so that's why he's on number 9 spot. Like I did say though, his action scenes were pretty cool, so I did enjoy that, especially the one with Harcourt and him, like the one where they fight. That was really, really cool action scene. But I still don't think like he was a great character, which is why he's in number 9 spot. Alright, moving on to the number 8 spot, and that is going to be Augie Smith, which is the Peacemaker's dad. And yeah, he's really low here for a reason. I'm surprised he's not last place, but the reason why he's not last place is because he did make the show kind of interesting, whereas Judo Master at that kind of started hurting the show because he became really annoying. Peacemaker's dad was annoying, but because that's what the show needed to be. He needs to be like really annoying, and he honestly was. He was a trash human being in every single way possible. Like, he was a trash. I really hated him, which is the point. You're supposed to really hate him. And his suit was really cool though. His suit was awesome. Like, I was like, that's a really cool suit. Yeah, he's definitely here for a reason. He's just trash. He treats his son like trash. His racism is trash. He's like rude to everybody. Like, I just don't like his character. But like I did say, he did make the show interesting, especially at episode 7, whenever they had the confrontation of Peacemaker versus his dad. I thought that worked very, very well, and I thought like overall he worked very well in the show to give him like a character work throughout the show. So that's good. I did think that he was very well utilized in the show. I just don't like him, which makes sense. I just really hate him. So that's why he's at my number 8 spot. Alright, moving on to my number 7 spot, and that is going to be the girl detective Sophie Song, which technically ended up dying like in episode 6, if I'm right. And then she became like a butterfly, but even as a butterfly, they still kind of contain the same kind of personality a little bit. So I'm gonna count her as a butterfly as well. But overall, I thought that she felt like a very realistic character whenever she was a detective. I thought, I was like, finally, this character feels like somebody that would actually be a detective. I think she's pretty good at her job. And I was like, yeah, she's a really cool character. I really dig her. They didn't do really anything interesting with her, like character development wise or nothing. But I did think that she was a pretty cool character. I was like, that she's a pretty nice character. She's a nice addition to the show. I enjoy her. I don't find her annoying or nothing. I think that she's a good detective and for the role that he's trying to fit into the show. So I did enjoy that. And then once she became a butterfly and she still kind of contains some of the same characteristics, I thought it worked also very, very well. You saw like a different kind of way that the actor plays the character, which I did enjoy, kind of like a meaner way, but at the same time there's still kind of some like kindness in it. Like whenever he was talking to Peacemaker and she was like, thank you for being kind to me, I did think that worked very well. So there was definitely a lot of things in there that definitely worked for me. I just didn't think that she popped off in any specific way, but she was a good addition to the show. I do gotta say so. So that's why she's at my number 7 spot. Alright, moving on to my number 6 spot, and that is going to be Adabayo. And Adabayo is somebody that I found annoying in a lot of ways, but at the same time, I thought she was very well developed, and I thought she had some great character moments, and I think the actor did a great job playing her. So that's why she's kind of like here, because she's a very mixed bag for me. So let's start with the good things on her. I did think she's a great character development wise. I do think that they developed her a lot from when the season first started to the end. It's like a huge development in character, which I really did enjoy. I really loved her relationship with Peacemaker. I thought it was a very touching relationship that they had, and it definitely came from the heart, and I really did enjoy that. So that was great, and I did like how she was like trying to fit into this kind of spy world, even though she doesn't really fit in. I thought it worked very, very well, and the fact that she was obviously Amanda Waller's daughter did add some level of like, kind of like, can I trust her, can I not, type of thing. So that was pretty cool, and I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. It's kind of interesting to see what they're playing around with her and how like she's trying to live two lives at the same time, like a calm life and then this life, and it definitely works. And I was like, okay, that's cool, that's cool. But at the same time, she was annoying a lot of times. Like whenever in the finale is a perfect example. Whenever she had the walkie-talkie, because she had to like tell the helmet to blow up or whatever, and Economos was walking back, and whenever she was supposed to, the walkie-talkie slips. Like that could have costed Economos' life. Like it really could have. And I don't like, why does nobody realize that? Like that was like, so it was such a stupid mistake, and I found that super, super annoying. I was like, she's so annoying for that. Like she could have just grabbed the controller or something. Like how can you mess up something like that could cost your friend's life? You know what I mean? Like those type of things did annoy me. But like I did say, she got very well developed. Like from the start season to the end of the season, she became a very more secure character and like nicer kind of character to see the world more as it is, and I really did enjoy that. So it definitely worked. I just did find her annoying in some spots, which is why she's at number 6. Alright, and we're on to my number 5th spot, and that is going to be a character that I know a lot of people have as their favorite. Unfortunately, I didn't love it as much as other people, but I still love him, and that is Vigilante. And Vigilante is such a cool character. I think he's such a cool character. I think like his action scenes are really awesome. I think like the way that he just like walks everything off, like the explosion or him getting shot or everything. I think that's really funny. And I do like his relationship with Peacemaker. I think that they have like a very kind, true friendship that is also kind of mean, but you know, it kind of works. You know, it works with how weird they are with each other and everything. But also he's too stupid for my taste. I think he's too stupid for my taste, which is why he's this low. And I know a lot of people like him because of that. But for me, I think he's too stupid for my taste. Like I don't connect with his humor. Like I really don't. I'm just like, okay, he's kind of stupid. So that's the first con of him. Like whenever he was saying that, oh, guess who's the eagle and who's me? Like that scene, I was like, that's just really stupid. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said, he was really cool, especially in the finale whenever he was like killing everybody in the field, and like, he was chopping off people left and right and everything. That was super, super awesome. So he was cool, and also he was very useful to the team. I do gotta say that. And the show definitely picked up once he started showing up. Like, cause I don't think he was in the episode 1. I can't remember if it was in episode 2, but I think by episode 3 the show started picking up whenever they started using Vigilante even more. So I did really enjoy that, and I was like, okay, he really did help the show. So that's why he's in my number 5th spot. I just found that his humor was really stupid, just not for me. But still, a character that I really, really enjoyed. Alright, moving on to my number 4th spot, and this is when we start to get to the characters that I absolutely love and that I think are actually really, really, really amazing characters that I absolutely want to see more of for sure. Like, I think they're the core characters that have really, really made me love the show. And at number 4 spot is going to be Economos. And Economos is a character that I actually ended up enjoying a lot more than I thought I would have at the start of the season with the first episodes. Like, I would have never thought that I would have enjoyed him as much as I did after I finished the season as a whole. Because he was awesome. Like, he was really, really cool. The way that they developed his character was incredible, making him from being like straight up loser type of character to being more of a tragedy type of character, which I really thought that was a very nice, interesting way to look at it. Because the whole time we had seen him more as a loser type of character. Like, this guy's a loser. Like, he's here because he's a loser. And we start to see, no, this guy's has like a tragedy to his life. Like, this is actually really sad. So I really did enjoy that. Like, they made me feel bad whenever in the final scene, whenever the beard thing happened, they made me feel bad for somebody that dies his beer. Like, they made me feel bad for a died beer. That's how effective James Gunn was able to get me to care about Economos and everything. And I do think that scene, when he's talking about why he dyes his beard, worked very, very well. I was like, that scene works so well. Like, it made me feel emotionally invested. I was totally in Economos, like, emotional state. Like, I was like, this guy is really lonely. He's really sad, and all that type of stuff. It really, really made me really sad. He also has some really amazing, cool moments, like some awesome moments. Whenever he chopped out the gorilla, I was saying he's really cool. He's really cool. And whenever in the finale, and he fell out the fence, and then he still crawled his way all the way over there to give Adabayo the helmet. He's awesome. Like that itself makes him really, really awesome. I think that just makes him a great, great character. The way that he also is able to banter around with characters that are like the smarter characters, like Murn and Harcourt, along with the stupider characters like Peacemaker and Vigilante. He's like right in the middle ground. Also makes him super likable. So yeah, I really did think that Economos was a great, great character, which is why he's at my number 4 spot. And honestly, I can't wait to see him in season 2. He was one of my favorite. honestly really enjoyed him. Actor did a great job as well. All right, moving on to my third spot, and that is going to be Harcourt. And Harcourt is a character that I connected with a lot more than other characters because she's like a more serious type of character, and I didn't really like a lot of the stupider side of this show with the stupid jokes and everything. I didn't really like that much of it. But once it gets to like more serious characters like Hardcore, that's when I can really start connecting with it, which is why she's so high up on this list because she's a lot more serious and a lot more skilled, and I can see why she would be in this team. I'm like, she's super awesome, she's amazing. And I did think that she also came off as kind of like likable, like the way that at the very start she's like just trying to mind her own business and how she slowly starts becoming more and more attached towards her team and everything. I think that works very, very well, especially whenever there's like the scene. I can't remember the episode exactly. I think it was episode 6, if I'm right. Whenever they're like in the van or in the car or whatever, and she takes a picture of everybody jamming out. I think that was an amazing scene, and then she sends it to the group chat and everything. I thought that was super awesome. I thought that was such a nice thing for her to do. So yeah, I do think that Hardcore it was a really, really nice character. Really awesome character. Like, she has her serious side, but sometimes she has her heart, which I really did enjoy. I thought that made her a lot better and a lot cooler. I was like, yes, that, like, she's super cool, she's super awesome. In the finale, whenever she's like in the hospital and she's like crying because Peacemaker waited for her like for days, I was like, that works so well. Like, you can see that these people are bonding, which I really, really love. And James Gunn is obviously great at making a team kind of movies. Guardians of the Galaxy, we've seen that. Suicide Squad, he also did a great job, and by bonding these characters and everything. And here we see great bonds that they all get built. Even with Hardcore, which was a super close character, she still built so many bonds, and I really, really did love her. And like I said, I'm just happy that she had like a more serious type of role, because I think that these characters were the ones that really made me stay for the show and really made me enjoy it a lot more. Also, her action scene with Judo Master was really awesome. I was like, she's super awesome. So yeah, that also helped her be in this spot. Alright, moving on to my second spot. And second spot is probably the character that you thought I would be in my first spot, but unfortunately it's not. And that is Peacemaker. And Peacemaker is on my second spot. And that doesn't say I don't like him. I thought he was an amazing, amazing character. Like a really, really amazing character. Like, they really, really made an amazing character development for him in this season. Like, amazing character development. Truly, truly incredible. I can't believe from the start of the season where we got him to the very end of the season, I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is really, really awesome stuff. From the way that he tries to stop killing people, like especially whenever we see in episode 3 that he can't shoot those kids. That was an amazing scene. I was like, that works for sure. Like, that's super awesome. To like just like the bonds that he starts building with everybody, where we as audience also start to realize, you know what, maybe this guy isn't so bad. Maybe this guy actually has this other side to him, a more emotional side to him. Also from the point whenever we start to see like the tragedy of him, whenever he was young and he killed his brother, that was also super tragic. So how his dad treats him and everything, that so messed up and like really just twisted and everything, to like the relationship that he has with Eagly, which is also like something super cute, and I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. So yeah, I think Peacemaker, like, overall is a really, really cool character. He's also his action scenes are also pretty cool. I was like, that's pretty cool. His suit still looks dumb in my opinion. I'm just like, I don't think he would ever wear that suit to like a battle, but whatever. But his shield was super awesome though. He used his shield in the final episode. That was awesome. That was really, 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 really cool. However, this kind of goes a lot back to the problem I had with Vigilante. And that is that I don't really like his humor that much. I think it's too stupid for me. Personally, like, I think it's like a little too stupid. Like, especially as he keeps like making jokes of these other superheroes. Like, some of them do land, and sometimes I just feel like they start overusing them too much. And I just don't necessarily like completely fit with their humor. Like, whenever they had like that farting contest in the final episode, I was like, okay, I don't want to see this, to be honest. So like stuff like that, I was like, that it kind of drives me away from the character. But overall, I still thought he was a very, very character. In the final scene of the show in season 1 solidifies that, whenever he's just sitting there, kind of like he's feeding the butterfly, he's drinking a beer, he has his trauma of his dad right next to him and everything. Like, I think it just works very, very well, and it shows like, yeah, this character is a tragic character, like a character full of tragedy that has so much layers to him and everything. And he's not just a one-note character, he's a three-dimensional character that is super well explored throughout the season, and that is definitely making his way to becoming a better person, and maybe hopefully one day reach the possibility to actually be an actual superhero, which is something that is super, super awesome. So yeah, I really did enjoy Peacemaker in this show. However, he was not my favorite character, so moving on to my favorite character, which means my number 1 spot, and that is going to be Murn. And Murn is actually a character that completely took me by surprise. I had no idea what to expect from this character at all. I was like, oh, okay, this character is like the typical leader type of character. But no, he was actually super, super awesome. He has so much more layers to him. For starters, like I said, I feel like the serious characters were the ones that kept me more into the show. show, which is why I think that he kept me so much into the show, along with Harcourt. I really connected with those two characters because they were more serious and like the humor was a lot more serious and everything. So it made me connect a lot more with the show and stay focused with the show. I was like, okay, these series characters are like hooking me instead of like the other characters that are making stupid jokes. No, it's these characters that are hooking me. So that's why the first reason why he's really high up. Also, I'd absolutely love, and never saw coming that he was a butterfly. Like I never saw that coming, and I love that he was a butterfly, and I love the reason why he was helping them. You know, he's like, I don't think it's right that we're taking over the society. I don't think this. I don't think that. I love that, and I love how he still feels like so much like guilt over killing somebody that even though he was terrible, he could have still changed. You know what I mean? I love that. Like I thought that was amazing. Whenever he explained himself, that he was like, this guy killed so many people, tortured so many people, this and this, that, but still he could have changed, and I took it away from him. I thought that was amazing. Like that whole thing was amazing. The way he was willing to sacrifice himself for the team was super sad. And whenever he died, I was definitely sad. I was like, no. So he was an amazing character. I think it really made me appreciate him a lot more once he died. And I was like, I'm really starting to miss his presence in the show. Like he was such an important character to the show for me. So yeah, he was like an amazing character. Like I said, I thought the actor did an amazing job portraying him, like an amazing job. Especially like I said, post the reveal that he's a butterfly. Whenever we start to see that why he's a butterfly, and we start to see his motivations and everything, then that worked very well. Now we're out. I just thought he was an amazing character and a great showcase of why James Gunn is so great at doing three-dimensional characters. So yeah, that was my ranking for the Peacemaker characters rank. Tell me what your ranking is down in the comments. I'm definitely curious. At least some of your top 3 or your favorite. I'm definitely curious to hear that. I know it's going to be all sorts of opinions, so please tell me that down in the comments. As well as leave a like if you enjoyed this video. It would be very helpful, so please leave a like and subscribe for a lot of other content. Like I said, movies, TV shows, DC, Marvel, mainstream movies, anything, box office, all that type of stuff. Subscribe to my channel so you can get all that content. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And this is Jerry Entertainment, out.